I'm not the first one to tell you that we're in a period of high inflation. The Consumer Price Index reported that inflation at the end of 2022 was at 6.5%, and this is actually down from a 9% peak in June 2022. The last year of inflation has been brutal. With the cost of everyday items going up drastically, it essentially feels like you took a pay cut. Your dollar in 2020 doesn't get you as far today. So in a climate like we're experiencing right now, it's important to do all you can to beat inflation. Today, we're sharing 15 strategies to beat inflation and save money. Hi, I'm Marissa with Dollar Sprout. I'm not sure about you, but the last 3 years have felt like a time warp. I've had 2 babies in that time, and as life gets more expensive when you add more family members, this season of high inflation definitely doesn't help. Therefore, my family has been looking for ways to stretch our dollar even further and beat inflation. So here are 15 ways that you can too. Number 1, move cash to a high yield savings account. This may be the easiest thing that you can do with your money. A savings account in a traditional bank account earns you pennies of interest, while a high yield savings account can now earn you over 3% annual interest. Sure, that's not keeping up with today's inflation rate, but it's better than nothing. A bank like Ally Bank is able to offer a higher interest rate because they're online. They don't have as many overhead costs like a traditional brick and mortar bank would. So open a high yield savings account that's FDIC insured and earn interest on money just sitting on the side. This is a great place to park your emergency fund and let it earn you a little bit extra. The second way to earn some passive income is by getting a cashback card. If you're not in the market for a new car or home and you can use a credit card responsibly, consider opening a new line of credit. Responsible card owners can take advantage of generous new card offers, many of which have robust cashback rates on gas, groceries, and travel. Most cards have anywhere from 1 to 5% in rewards on just about every category. It's an easy way to earn passive income that helps offset some inflation costs. It's best to open a card that's going to give you cash back on the things that you spend on most. Now that we're a family of 4, we do a lot more Costco shopping, so it made sense for us to get the Costco credit card and earn cash back with all of the incentives that card has. The next way to beat inflation is to take advantage of some bank bonuses. Some banking institutions offer a bonus for opening a new account with them. For example, Citibank is currently offering up to $2,000 in bonuses for opening a new Citigold account and keeping your money there for 60 days. Then you can do the same at another institution. Now, not everyone has the kind of cash needed for that largest bonus available, but if you have a large amount of cash on hand, this is an easy way to earn a few $100 or more. The fourth way is to earn cash back with Dollar Sprout rewards. Earning cash back with credit cards is great, but most people don't know that you can earn cash back even beyond your credit card points. With a desktop cashback browser extension like Dollar Sprout Rewards, you can easily add about 0.5% to 10% cash back from over 15,000 online stores. You can even pair Dollar Sprout Rewards with your credit card. So let's say your credit card earns you 1.5% cash back on a purchase, and then Dollar Sprout Rewards offers you a 2% cash back deal at a site. You're now earning 3.5% cash back on that purchase. The Dollar Sprout Rewards extension is free to install and is available on desktop, Chrome, and Safari, and you can download it with the link in the description box down below. Number 5, plan out purchases. The only thing that loses to inflation more than keeping a savings in a low yield cash account is spending money on frivolous things that you never needed to begin with. Planning your purchase before going to a store or making an online purchase helps you to stay on track. You can write out a list and stick to buying only what's on your shopping list to hold yourself accountable, or even create a budget. And when it comes to eating out, include this in your schedule that you'll only go out to eat on a certain day of the week, like a Friday. That way you still get to enjoy that outing, but you're less likely to impulsively go out to eat just because you don't want to cook on a random Tuesday. Which leads us to number 6, cook at home. Food costs have skyrocketed over the last year, and those costs are being passed on to the consumer and then even extra by restaurants. It may be easier said than done, but cooking at home is a real game changer when it comes to saving money on food. One of the best ways to get started with cooking at home is to meal plan. This means sitting down once a week to plan out your schedule and your meals for the week. Take a look at your fridge and your pantry to see what you have on hand and what needs to be eaten up. The best way to save money on groceries is to limit the amount of food waste. So then make a list of all of the items that you need in the grocery store to make your meals. It's also helpful to make meals with fewer ingredients, again, to help limit food waste. The 7th strategy to save and beat inflation is to buy in bulk. Okay, I know if money is tight, the last thing you want to do is buy in bulk, but in many cases, it really is worth it, especially when it comes to food. For example, buying a 2-pack of chicken breasts may cost around $3 a pound, but if you buy in bulk with 6 chicken breasts, you'll likely be able to get them for $2 or less per pound. Costco and Sam's Clubs are good places to buy in bulk. And an even better deal is to buy in bulk when on sale. For example, Costco just did this great sale on Huggies diapers. The diaper pack is already in bulk, which is already saving us money, but the sale saves even more. Thankfully, we have the storage space and we were able to pick up a couple boxes that my baby will use in months to come. Number 8, minimize food delivery. Food delivery blew up during the pandemic, and the convenience factor made it hard to give up once the world was starting to return back to normal. But these food delivery services typically charge more for your food, have additional fees, and with tips, by the end of it, you're paying almost double what the food would cost just from the restaurant. Cutting back here is an easy way to make more room for necessary expenses in your budget. The next way to save money in this time of inflation is by going generic. Brand loyalty can cost you thousands. A recent study by Accenture showed that consumers spend on average 18% more for products from brands to which they are loyal when compared to identical products made by other manufacturers. A lot of times, the generic option is made on the same factory as the name brand. The generic brand just isn't paying for marketing, so is able to sell at a lower price point. For example, Kirkland diapers at Costco are suspiciously similar to Huggies, but at a lower price. Have the freedom to get name brand on the things that matter most to you and that you may notice a difference, but focus on generic for as many items as you can. Number 10, diversify your portfolio. Talk of recession and high inflation have many worried about the state of their portfolio, but moving money to cash or getting out of the markets entirely can do substantially more harm than good. Instead, experts suggest using periods of fear to ensure that your money is still invested in a safe array of investment vehicles. Being cash heavy will maximize losses to inflation, and being overly equity heavy can inflict even more pain. It's best to speak with a trusted financial advisor and ask them to show you how your portfolio is invested to protect against periods of protracted inflation. The next way to beat inflation is to negotiate bills or cut less used subscriptions. Regardless of inflation or the current state of the economy, it's a good idea to get into the habit of doing this once or twice a year. We've all had that free trial that we forgot to cancel, or the subscription that we've been overpaying for too long. It also never hurts to reach out to your service providers and ask for a lower rate. When we first bought our house, we had a year-long promotion on our internet service, and once that ended, I reached back out to our internet provider and asked if another discount or lower rate was available. Sure enough, just a simple ask and they gave us a lower rate and faster internet speed. Number 12, rewards apps for gas and groceries. While broad use cashback apps are great for saving money on everyday purchases, you may be able to save even more by using a category-specific app. Cheap gas apps such as Gas Buddy or Upside offer savings as high as 25 cents per gallon of gas, and grocery apps such as Ibotta allow active users to save as much as $300 per month. The 13th way to save money and beat inflation is to tackle rate variable debt. When the Federal Reserve attempts to combat inflation by raising interest rates, this means that many credit products will have increased interest rates. For instance, if you have a credit card debt that was once accruing 20% interest, it's likely that the interest rate on that card has now increased to maybe 25% or more. This means more of your money is going towards paying off that interest than before. I know paying off debt is hard, but now is the best time to get serious about paying off your debt, especially that high interest debt. There are lots of ways to go about doing it, but one of the smartest choices is to prioritize your highest interest rate debt first. Number 14, look into inflation-adjusted investments. Treasury inflation-protected securities are government bonds that help protect you from inflation. They pay interest twice a year at a fixed rate that is adjusted for wherever inflation is at the time. When the government bond matures, you are paid the adjusted principal or original principal, whichever is greater. And finally, Number 15, don't panic and don't get too aggressive when it comes to high-risk investments. Social media is full of stories about people getting rich off the latest crypto token or NFT series. While some of these stories are true, there is no shortage of fake hype out there driven by people who want nothing more than to separate you from your money. If money is tight, now is not the time to go all in on a risky investment. While we know that this season of high inflation won't last forever, it definitely is stressful to be living in a time of economic uncertainty and looming recession. discussion. We can't control all outside factors, but you can control how you're saving and spending your money. And focusing on ways to save money and beat inflation can help you make it through this season. So leave us a comment down below and share one way that you are saving money in this inflationary period. And don't forget to check out the Sprout Rewards browser extension, which was linked down below. And subscribe to our channel for more money videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.